Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Uncle Bronson'S podcast. We're so excited today because we have Gavin Baxter. Gavin, how's it going, man?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you on here today. Man, maybe just start out and just tell us a little bit about yourself, what sport you play, what year you are, and just, fill everyone in that's listening.
All right. My name is Gavin Baxter. I'm from Provo, Utah. I play forward for the BYU basketball team. I'm a junior in school right now, and just getting ready for this upcoming season.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, what are you doing right now? I mean, because basketball is so different from football. You know, it's kind of, the season. I mean, I played both, but, I never actually went through, like, the summer portion of it. So, what is the basketball team up to right now?
So, right now, we're doing kind of 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Sometimes that changes, but mostly we're just doing summer workouts right now, getting ready for the start of school because when that happens, as you know, everything kind of ramps up.
Yeah.
And so we're just trying to kind of solidify our roster at this point, put that together and start to build that chemistry on the court. So right now, working hard, but it's not the most intense practices yet. Yeah. Those are yet to come.
I remember like a lot of pickup games.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on again? I remember in high school coming and playing too.
Absolutely. Summertime is pickup time. So you'll get in guys that are, came through, Jake Toolson, Yoli, TJ Haas. They'll come through and play with us. That helps us get better. And, summers are fun. They're a lot of fun. A lot of work, but a lot of fun too.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Summers, I feel like it's always where you like get the edge. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Whether you're recovering or working on some aspect of your game, I feel like it's in any sport or really, I guess whenever your off season is. But that's cool. That's cool. So so tell everyone kind of we've been following your story. You handled an injury. Tell us about that. Tell us.
Yeah, I had a couple actually. So my freshman year, I played. It was good. Near the end of the season, I kind of got in my groove.
Yeah.
Just that adjustment to college from high school, it's tough for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following season, we had, Yoli, Jake, TJ, Dalton Nixon, Zach Selyus. Like it was a super senior roster.
Yeah.
And it was looking really good. And summer workouts were intense, but they were really fun. Had a good summer. And then I actually ended up touring my labrum that September of 2019. So that was tough.
Yeah.
I worked my way back, and eventually I played that season only for like probably 7-ish games.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously coronavirus hit. Things kind of shut down. Fast forward through that summer, there was it was hard to even get in the gym, with the whole obviously coronavirus, right? And so still managed to figure out a way to work hard, get better as much as we could under the circumstances. And then I ended up tearing my ACL the second game of the preseason against New Orleans. So that was another tough blow. So that was my second injury in 2 years. And so this is my third year of actually playing, and I'm just trying to make the most of it. So here I am.
No, yeah, that's awesome. I can totally relate to you in that sense, just because I remember I was in the same boat, just a different time period, I guess.
Yeah.
With when I was in high school, the year before, I remember in the semifinal game, I tore my PCL and I was out, and then I came back from that, and then my senior year comes around, second game, tore my ACL.
It's tough.
That's tough. Injuries, people don't understand
for athletes, man.
Because it's everything you put like your whole soul into. It goes at once.
And then bam.
Yeah, and then it like after that, I think it's even harder because now I don't know about you, but like for me, like you get separated from the team.
Yep.
And then you're almost like alienated.
Yeah.
And that's hard because you're used to being with everyone.
100%.
Now you're alone, rehabbing stuff, and so being able to go through an injury, and to recover is hard, but I feel like you gain a lot from it. Like I don't know, for me, I felt like I used to hate running.
Yeah.
I hated it. I hated
Just
it.
despise running.
Oh,
like,
I hate
I'm
it.
never running.
I'm running 16s. I'm running ladders,
Absolutely.
suicides. I hated it all.
No.
And then, oh my gosh. And then after my ACL injury, I loved it because I was like, I got that taken away from me. Like,
Yeah.
And then you start valuing something that you hated. I don't know. What about you? Was there
No,
anything?
I mean, that's the same way with me. So obviously, you know, lower body injury, basketball player, knee injury. It's like, well, I got my upper body. What am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
Basically lock me in the weight room and tell me, you know, come out when you're 15 pounds heavier. And so I've actually fallen in love with the weight room a lot more.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a big bonus that you.
I don't know. I put
away.
on probably 10 or 12 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And so, I mean, for me, I used to not hate the weight room, but it's
Yeah.
kind of a drag, you know, especially for
yeah.
basketball. You're like, I should be on the court dribbling, shooting, passing, you know, kind of thing, jumping. But the weight room aspect is huge, especially if you want to make gains to higher levels. So for me, that's been actually a blessing, you could say, being in the weight room.
There's always something that is, there's always something good that comes out of like the hard trials
There is.
in life and in sports. So that's awesome that you were able to see that. So no, I'm excited. I mean, to watch you play. And
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
about time.
You're
been
gonna
a couple
kill
of
it.
years.
You're gonna kill it. I mean, I remember like seeing your highlights and stuff, and oh, dude, you would destroy people. Like
thank you.
And you jump out of the gym. You can shoot. Like you're a rare breed. I feel like.
Thank you.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to watch
Trying
you.
to put it together.
Yeah, that's awesome. So okay, so let's see. Fast forward. You know, you've been at BYU playing. You're coming back from an injury. You're getting ready to kill it. What about this NIL stuff? What are your thoughts on NIL and how it's going to affect you and all of college sports?
Well, first of all, I mean, it's just something as you never thought would happen. They're always talking about it like, you know, someday you're going to be able to get paid to play, but, you know, it's still in the works and it gets delayed time and time again. And it's going through legislation, this and that. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what, it's like, if it happens, cool. Like, but I'm not planning on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the focus is to still win, put in work. Yeah. You know, focus on basketball. That's what it's always going to be. Yeah. But when the news came through for NIL, you know, all of a sudden my ears perked up. I'm like, okay, so
what's going on over here?
So now we got some stuff to work with. And so it's been really cool to like see how different businesses and people react to all this news. And I don't have any huge deals, just, you know, I've been talking to some people, and it's kind of just fun to learn the business aspect of things because, you know, you're just oftentimes, especially as an athlete, you're just like, I play my sport, I do that, I go to school, that's it. And then they kind of throw this, you know, NIL, you can make money, go do it. And you're like, oh, well, all right, what do I do with that? And so it's been fun and interesting to kind of learn how all that works, you know, it's the business side of things. And it's going to be a great opportunity for anybody who takes advantage of it. Yeah.
I think it's going to be awesome. I think just for college athletes to be able to like learn the business aspect of things is going to be huge. It's going to.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That you know, you can't learn that unless you do it. And so I think that's so important when it comes to this NIL thing is, you know, get out there, find an opportunity, you know, make some deals, you know, market yourself. I mean, that's what we are.
That's what it is.
Build your brand. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess a question for you is you told me like right before I was blown away. Yeah. What was your first love?
Oh, shoot.
Well, Sport-wise, what was your first
if we're really digging deep, it was soccer.
It was okay. There you go.
Rec league soccer. You know, you put on the blue and gray reversible jersey. You go out there, you think you're Ronaldo, right? Yeah. I thought that was cool, and then I started being way taller than everybody else, and my parents were like, "Well, that's really cool. You like soccer, but." Pick a different sport kind of thing. So, of course, I'm like, well, football, that's cool, tough, you know, like tackling people, jumping over people, you know, getting grass stains on your jersey and stuff. So up until like 7th, 8th grade, that was like my thing. Like,
really?
Football, flag football, I loved it. That was what I wanted to do. Yeah. And then things just kind of, I don't know, like 7th grade, you're kind of able to see at that point, you're like, okay, football, if I want to take that path, it's you go do that, and then you have basketball over here, and I'm like, well, you know, looking at my frame, I'm kind of more of a skinnier guy. Maybe I should go with basketball just because long term it'll probably be better for me that way. Yeah. And you know, I think that's a better option just with my build. Not that I couldn't have been a killer quarterback. Or
oh,
something,
you would have crushed it. Yeah, you would have
absolutely,
crushed it.
Absolutely. Could have been just world class, but basketball is the better route for me. So here I am.
Yeah, no, that's cool. There's, you know, I love when I like look up on like YouTube and watch the NBA players, like when they played football or any other sport. It's cool to see because, you know, I mean, you know this, athletes are so talented at more than just what their sport. That's what 100%. People see. You know what I mean?
That's what an athlete is.
But yeah, you could probably do so much more. Like if you really wanted to, you could do like track and field. You know, you could rugby. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
volleyball.
List goes on. Tennis.
It
doesn't
golf.
matter.
I mean,
yeah.
That's why I love talking to like all the college athletes and seeing like, oh, what else do you?
What sport would you be doing if you didn't play? You know, and so. So that's cool.
Yeah, you know, for me, just being able, I mean, I always had a hard time choosing between the two. So I was trying to do.
You were doing the two up until like 5 years ago or something.
I know.
That's impressive. No, most people go to 7th grade like me, but you were lucky enough to do both in college. That's it.
Yeah, it was cool. I loved it. It was a big transition.
Oh, 100%.
Dude, the basketball team, you guys run like nonstop.
All day, every day.
The warm up. It was so hard for me to make it through the warm-up. I remember.
Like, this is the warm-up, bro? My goodness.
I remember the coach came over, and he's like, hey, I remember Coach Pope. He was the assistant coach. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to need you for 2 hours. So why don't you just take a few, just rest a little bit.
He's like, well, we'll take these reps off. You don't need me running all that much.
Yeah, you don't need me doing that. Don't worry. Because I remember I played in, like, the bowl game the week before.
Yeah.
And I showed up for basketball practice. And I was like,
no way.
Man, these basketball players, they can run. And at college, it's a whole new level, like, of running, fitness. Like,
well, yeah, you think you're in shape, and then you get to college, and it's just running, like, even faster than you were before.
Even faster and
like,
nonstop.
What is this? How do they keep up? How am I going to keep up?
No, it's so true. Yeah. It's so true. So, yeah, I got mad respect for all the basketball players out there and all the running you guys do.
Shout out to the track and field people who like choose that to just run. Yes. Like, what has to go wrong in your life to be like, yeah, I'm gonna run in a circle a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Did your mom do track and field?
She did.
Your mom was like a famous track and field person, right? What did she do?
She ran the 1 and the 2.
Oh, really?
So she was a sprinter, and she holds the outdoor record for the 200 meter. Well, she used to up until like 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So that record was up there for a while for the 200 meter.
Wow. Yeah. Shout out to Mama Baxter.
She's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. She must have added, you know, a lot of athleticism to you, right?
Yeah, definitely took some from her.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. So, okay. So NIL happens. You're getting ready for the season. Mm-hmm. All right. I guess what aspect of college sports do you absolutely just love? Like you enjoy it every time?
Okay, let me think about this.
Because there's a lot, you know, like, I mean, from hanging out with your, your team, the food, you know, getting like a whole new level of coaching, focusing on your game at a different level. I don't know. I think
one of the more fun things for me is just like the traveling aspect of it all. Because I feel like once you get to like professional, there's more of like everybody's on the same team, but everybody's doing their own thing, right? But whereas like in college, I feel like we're hanging out all the time, like on road trips, we're going everywhere together.
Yeah.
And just like the having fun with each other on the road aspect is really that's one of my favorite parts for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like traveling, flying around, going out to eat, it's fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love how the basketball team does it too. I remember when
they do it better than anybody else.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
The basketball team. I'm sure every school they got it made. I remember when I first traveled with the basketball team, I was like, "Wow, this is way different than the football team." Because the football team has like over 100 guys.
You got so many players, so much gear,
really strict, so much gear. And
bro, we could just pull up on a plane with our shoes in our hand and we could play.
Yeah,
you guys got pads. You probably bring weights with you and stuff. It's crazy.
It's so funny. Like, I remember when I first started playing basketball at BYU, I remember I would go work out with the trainer at the hotel weight rooms before, like early in the morning.
That's what you do.
To get ready for football, just in case, you know.
if you're not like playing in the games consistently, or like in my case, 2019 to 2020, you're like you're working out in the weight rooms at the hotel.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a treadmill and, you know, some free weights. Sometimes there's there's literally nothing, but you got to find a way to get a workout in.
No, yeah. And it goes, I think a lot of people don't know this, but you have to like, it's more about the, you know, it's for the mental game. Mm-hmm. Like you have to do something every day that helps you achieve your goal.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's that way you're always locked in. It's that way, you know, if you have one day, it's easy to fall out of the habit once you stop doing it for a few days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what
it's crazy how fast it works, especially with being in shape.
Yeah.
You take 3 days off. It's like you get back on the court. It's like you never run before.
No, yeah.
It's horrible.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
No, that's so true. That's so true. Well, I guess just switching gears here a little bit. We started asking, you know, the college athletes, is there any questions that you would want to ask me? Because I've been where you're at, and I just want to open it up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of questions do you have?
Well, let's see. I mean, say you're back in college.
Okay.
You're however many years ago, Bronson, and this goes through. What's like the first thing you're doing?
I think for me, the first thing I'm doing is getting help.
Yeah, absolutely. You're calling somebody. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm asking for help. And honestly, that's what happened with this, with name, image, and likeness. Mm-hmm. Is, you know, I have a lot of cousins and family that play, and they all started calling me and asking me for help. And so that's where this all started. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, let me figure out some things. And then we came up with Connect NIL to make it just so easy so that doesn't matter if you're the star, doesn't matter what sport you play, male, female, you know, everyone can have an opportunity to, you know, make a deal and get compensated for it. And 100%. So, I think, you know, for me, I would definitely get some help and then, you know, read up a lot about it and like educate myself. Because I felt like a lot of times in college, you're constantly getting educated from other people, and you just think what they think.
Info in one ear, and you're just like,
just comes in. It's like, well, what does Bronson think? Like, well, let me go and find out myself.
Yeah, do your own research.
Do your own research. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good question. That's what I would do.
There you go.
Yeah, you got another one?
Sheesh, I don't know. I think that's about it.
Yeah. No, yeah. Name, image, and likeness just changes the game, but it's gonna help so many people.
And, I mean, and the thing about it is, we're just in like the beginning days.
Yeah, we're like new
3-4 years from now. I mean, I don't even know what's going to be happening with it, but it's going to be way different. I guarantee you.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, I guess just in closing, what would you tell young Gavin Baxter if you were sitting here?
How old we talking?
Yeah, good question. I would say like 7th or 8th grade.
I don't know. It's the cheesiest thing ever, but just believe in yourself. It's the biggest thing you can do for yourself. Is just to think, you know what? I mean, people are going to doubt you all the time. Not everybody's going to like you. Yeah. But the least you can do is just like believe in yourself and believe that you can make crazy things happen, and don't let anybody stop you. That's my advice.
Dude, that's great advice. That gave me the chills when you said that.
Shoot.
Just because.
Chills. Is there a chills button over there, podcast guy?
I don't know.
Hit it. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll get the cherry. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Like, that's so true. People need to believe. Like, or else, if you didn't believe, you wouldn't be here.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks so much for jumping on.
Hey, no problem. It's been a blast.
Yeah, thanks, Gav.